Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another section on the Left-Handed Writer channel. And I always like to introduce myself. My name is Oladipupo Ganiyu, and I'm popularly known as Hercules. Some people call me the Left-Handed Writer, and that's because I'm a left-hand human being. So if you're a left-handed person, shout out to you, and shout out to all my right-hand people. Everything is all the same. All right. Today's section, just like I said this channel, it is a journey. Because whether you want to become a freelance writer, whether you want to go into digital marketing, whether you want to go into anything digital, because whether you like it or not, the world is advancing towards digital economy. Thanks to COVID-19, everybody now see the need to have online platform where they can operate. So like I said, my channel is a journey. It's a journey. I'm training people. It's not just, oh, let me come here and tell you, oh, if you want to make $10,000 on Upwork. Many people have been doing that, but I'm going to be giving you the secret, the things you need to know, so that you just don't go to the digital market and mess yourself up, because once you have a bad review, then you don't stand a chance of getting clients. So today, our topic is 5 types of writing you must know as a writer. That is what we are dealing today. 5 types of writing you must know. 5 types of writing you must know as a writer. Like I said, the world is advancing into digital economy. Or let me even put it like this. You know, we have 3 basic needs for human beings. The first one is, or let me just say the way they mentioned it to us when we were young back then, is clothing, food, and shelter. But the next one is stories. And what are inside the stories? Writing. It doesn't even mean when you start writing, when you put your pen on the paper, that's when you start writing. Those who do transcribing, it's a form of writing. If you do recording, there are some people who operate YouTube channel, they have to write long scripts before they can come out. So I used to tell people that there are 4 basic needs for human being: clothing, shelter, food, writing. Anything you want to do, whether you want to build a website, whether you want to form one thing that is going to discover another planet that the world has not even discovered, you still have to plan. And how do you plan? You write. So what are the 5 things that you must know as a writer? The first one is SEO, search engine optimization writing. SEO. Please keep that in mind. Now, and that is why I said you cannot just go into the digital economy, like let's just say you go on Fiverr, you go on Upwork, and you say, oh, I'm a writer, and they give you a write-up to do. See, there are many instructions. You hear, write 2,000 words, include so. Let's say so many words, show 4 to 5 times. I've even done a write-up for a company where they said the main keyword must show in a write-up 30 to 40 times, and I'm to write 2,000 words. Then they gave me keyword 2. They said keyword 2 must show 20 to 30 times. Keyword 3 must show 10 to 20 times. Please, 2,000 words. And you want me to be repeating the same word because you want to rank. SEO is the most complicated of them all, and that is why I'm starting with SEO, because I want to explain what SEO is. I've been opportunity to work with big companies like Calcare. I've been opportunity to work with Calcare, and if you're working with Calcare, you must be well versed in SEO. Now, SEO means, I'm going to take Calcare for instance. Calcare repair mobile phone. So anything that has to do with the word mobile phone is what Calcare is ranking for. Itel, Infinix, and Techno. Those are the phones they are majorly specialized in. Now, there was a write-up I was to do. It says how to use SD card as internal storage. How to use SD card as internal storage. Now, that's how to use SD card as internal storage must appear 4 to 5 times. They also gave me another keyword: Android, iPhone, SD card, internal storage. I must input them naturally. Now, why I'm still doing this is because very soon I will start the practical stage, whereby I will start showing you how these things work. But you need to understand them. SEO is the most complicated of them all. You are ranking for keyword. A client can say, okay, oh, I am operating a pet blog. Now write how to take care of your dog using electrical pause or pause remover. Now you know a dog has a pause. There is what they use to remove pause. Maybe because in Africa it's only few of us that are really versed in how to take care of a pet. So in that case, how to take care of a dog must appear because people are searching for how to care for their dog. Now that is what SEO means. You can be operating a restaurant and you decide to open a blog. What do you want to rank for? You want to rank for anything meal, food delivery. Now these are keywords that people are searching for online, and that is why it is called search engine optimization. You must be able to write and you must input those keywords naturally. It should not be like a matter of you trying to force two words to join together. Like maybe for instance now, how to use a phone, how to use SD card as internal storage. For example, I can go by a statement and say, over the years, in my write-up now, over the years, many Android users have always relied on their internal storage as the main place where they can store their files such as music, phone, documents, videos, and many more. However, not many are conversant that SD card can also serve the function of internal storage. Full stop. How to use SD card as internal storage comes with easy steps that is needed to be followed through your phone settings. You can see that I have mentioned how to, and that is how you input the word naturally. There is nothing like you trying to force word or trying to some people use article spinner. They use robot. Yes, I'm still going to teach you how to use that to save yourself from stress. But these are the things you must know if you're going into writing. Like for instance, United States, Canada, UK, Israel, Russia, China. I've worked for clients from these countries. They are ranking in SEO. They want their website, they want what they see, and that's why when you search for something, you will see first 10 page in case you still don't understand what search engine means. Search engine means you getting into Google metrics and analytics. So when you search for something and you see the first 10 page, those are the first 10 people that have done their work very well, and that is why Google is showing it. So how do you beat your way into competition? So, but that is just SEO. That is the number one thing you must know. It is a very difficult thing to do, and that is the reason why I have explained. The next thing is promotional write-up. Normally, I would have said promotional write-up should be blog post, but let me put it as promotional write-up. The reason why I'm putting it as promotional write-up is that when you are operating a blog, you are writing to educate, and not just educate, but at the same time, you want to maybe let people know about your service. Okay, so I would have said blog, but like I said, you can do a normal write-up like all this social media write-up, whereby you write, you use it to promote. It's not necessarily a blog post, and that is why I call it promotional write-up. There are some people that when you write a blog post, they can tell you to write how to take care of a pet, and at the end of the day, they will tell you that at the end of this post, please suggest my blog or suggest my company as the right place. In this place, now, you must know how to use backlink. We are still coming on that. Backlink. You must know how to do hyperlink. And it is called CTA, call to action. That, okay, oh, this is how to take care of the pet. Oh, now, if you are looking for the right service to take care of your pet, for instance, I wrote for a website, Clean to Shine. They are into cleaning service. So at the end of their post, I would suggest Clean to Shine as the right place to do your laundry, or maybe to do your cleaning, whether you want to clean your window, you want to clean your carpet, that if you are in London, because it is a company located in London. So it is called CTA, call to action. So whether you are doing blog post or you are doing a promotional social media write-up that you are using to market a product, at the end of the day, you still have to do a call to action. People must know the reason that you must tell people that, okay, if you come to so place for your service, these are what you get, these are what you get, and that is why I tagged it as promotional write-up. Remember, I said I would have called it blog post, but I choose not to call it blog post because it is not in a situation you write blog. There are some people, if you are conversant on Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, Quora, There are some people that will hire you, they will tell you, okay, what we want you to do, just write on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They will tell you, let your write-up drag, or let your write-up be able to drive followers. So the next one is long form article. Now, long form article. This is majorly for those of you who is planning to go into maybe academics. And we have some websites that they do long form write-up. Those kind of websites, they must have built a reputation because people don't have that strength to read something long on the website. But if you're planning to go into academics, when we say long form write-up, let me take for instance, you are told to write on, okay, yes, I remember now, there was a client I worked for on Upwork and he was saying how to plan when moving. And he was like, please help me write it as a guide. Now, if you are writing that kind of a thing, before you even sit down to write, before you even, whether you are using the keyboard to type, before you sit on your system to start typing, make sure you have sat down, you are with a note, you are with a pencil, because he said how to plan when moving. Guide to relocation. Now, in that situation, you will not just go ahead and start writing. You must develop subheadings. Subheadings whereby when you have decided to move, situations that led you to move, things to pack, how to pack light weighted properties, how to pack heavy weighted property, the kind of car hire. You understand? Now that is long form article. In this place, you must be explaining paragraph by paragraph, and it must be very long. Now the minimum of long form article clients usually ask for is 1,500 to 2,000 words. That's the minimum. I've worked for a client that asked me to write 3,000 words, and I did it. It's just a pity that the work was based on the client was based on BDSM, but I don't want to go into that. But this is a work because there is ebook writing. We are still coming to all those ones, but these are the 5 basic things you must know before you go into the freelance work. Before you say you want to work from another person from another country who already has what he or she he has the picture of how I want it to be, and you, because you feel you are a novice or okay, if it's not correct, man, your clients don't have that time. So these are the things you must know. I've mentioned SEO writing, I've mentioned promotional write-up, and now this is long form article. Long form article may be guide. And if you're writing in academics, for instance, I am a philosophy student. Let me use a philosophy paper as an example. Maybe, for instance, I want to write on the metaphysical meaning behind left hand, African perspective. Now, because I'm from the southwest, the Yoruba, I can say from the Yoruba worldview, I want to write about left hand. The first thing I'm going to do is that, okay, for instance, I'm discussing this thing from the metaphysics angle. This thing is a metaphysics topic. I'm going to pay a lip service to metaphysics, then come into African philosophy, before coming into the left hand, before making my argument, and before bringing the possible argument against left hand, and then suggesting my own position before conclusion. That is how it works. So, long form article, you must plan. Now, the next one is the listicle articles. Listicle articles is not really much of a stress. It's more or less like listing. Maybe you've written now, you can just list. You know the way we used to write our exam question? You can just list. Like maybe 10 characteristics of a living things. Or what's the popular the movement, Mr. Niger did, the one we did back then in primary school. Movement, respiration, irritability, and so on and so forth. You are now saying, okay, a living thing must be able to move. He must be able to do like this. That is listicle article. Your ability to list with simpler explanation. Majorly, sometimes it should just be one sentence. That is that about listicle articles. Now, listicle articles is not really common, but if you're doing listicle article, as small as it is the most complicated article, because if you do not write what is expected, your write-up becomes meaningless. Don't forget that when you are writing, always use simple, clear, and concise language. People must be able to read and understand. The next one is research writing. research writing, if you've gone through the university, you understand what I mean by research writing. Now, in the freelancing world, it is not that research writing you do, that you write chapter 1, 2, 3. A client might say, okay, something happened in so area. Can you please help me make research? Please let me sound it that I am teaching, this my website is to train those who are planning to go into writing as freelancing. If you want to go into the freelancing world as a writer, my channel is for you. Although other people can also learn. Like if you're a website builder, if you are a Microsoft, if you are a WordPress builder, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and the one you still need a writer. Because at the end of the day, when you develop your website, if there's no meaningful write-up on it, then your website becomes meaningless. And that's why you must work with an SEO writer. You must work with a perfect writer. So the long form article, the research writing rather, demands that you do research, demands that you go into in-depth, make research, then be able to articulate it in words. Now, long form article and research writing might want to be similar, but there is difference. The difference is that research writing can be academic writing. It can be majorly academic writing, and it can be maybe for a conference or for a project or for a research somebody is doing. You want to document your experience. It can be research. So that is all we have on that. So if you're a writer, like I said, we are still coming to the practical stage, but I want you to know the basics before we go into the practical, because some of our videos will still be referenced. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Please, if you're just coming onto this channel, please, you see that subscribe button? It's very, very important. Just click on it and hit the notification bell to always get updates whenever I release new video. I still remain my humble self, the left-handed writer. Until I come your way next time, have a blissful day. Thanks. See you next time.